Welcome back in, everybody, to GMK. We are getting a look at some iconic stuff out here at Churchill Downs. The Twin Spires, the sunrise over the track, even this big, beautiful trophy that we have sitting right in front of Grace and I. And wow, it is stunning. It is stunning to see.
Yeah, we brought you some pictures yesterday of the Derby trophy, but this is its much bigger sister, the Oaks Trophy. We've got Jessica from the Kentucky Derby Museum here to talk about this. Aside from the size, Jessica, which is obvious, what are some of the things that make the Oaks Trophy different from the Derby Trophy?
Yeah, so probably the most important thing is that this is a perpetual trophy. So like the Stanley Cup, this is something that the owner doesn't take home at the end of the day. They get a replica of this trophy, and this trophy lives in the Kentucky Derby Museum all year long. So you can come see it in our exhibits when it's not Oaks Day, but when it is Oaks Day, it's out here with you all, which is great.
And we love to see it. And obviously, you mentioned this off camera just a couple of minutes ago. Everybody always comments about how much bigger this is than the Derby Trophy. But I mean, this in itself is just an iconic work of art. And obviously, we see you can't see it from back here, but all the winners engraved back here on the back side of this trophy.
Yeah, I mean, this does have 1875 all the way up to last year engraved on here. And just beautiful details. You know, we've got these wonderful horse heads. We have cute little acorns on the side referencing oaks, which is really cool. Just a beautiful trophy, sterling silver, wonderful, shiny. Yeah.
Especially because it is a perpetual trophy. How do you all keep something like this both safe and in good shape?
Yeah, absolutely. So we handle it only a couple times a year just to make sure that it's staying safe. But of course, we give it a good polish every year, especially if it's been raining on Oaks Day and it gets rained on out in the winner's circle. But yeah, this is something that, like all of the artifacts that we caretake at the Derby Museum, they're temperature and humidity controlled, and yeah, we just make sure that future generations can enjoy this in another 100 years.
And you mentioned it obviously, but this is going to be fully on display at the Derby Museum. It is year-round, and you guys are celebrating 40 years of the Derby Museum. That's a special milestone for you all.
Oh, it's so cool. It's wonderful to have been for 40 years the caretakers of Derby and Oaks history. We're a fixture in this neighborhood, in this community, and we love to share that Derby every day. You know, it's really fun for people who maybe can't come to Oaks and Derby, or people who do and just want to relive those wonderful moments.
Before we go, are there any other things outside of this Oaks Trophy that you think are really special at the Derby Museum right now for people to see?
Oh yeah, well, if you are one of those folks who comes to the track to check out the great fashion that's on display, we do have a fashion exhibit on display right now that is really exciting and has all kinds of cool pieces that's celebrating 151 years now of the Kentucky Derby and Oaks and dressing fabulously at the racetrack.
Well, you had mentioned it earlier, the fact that sometimes this perpetual trophy gets a little rain on it, gets a little wet. We may see that later on today. Let's bring in Julie Martin to take a closer look at whether or not we're going to see those storms a little bit later on this afternoon.